Certainly, installing multiple versions of Python and managing them, virtualenv is a great way to maintain different project environments without conflicts. Below is a step-by-step tutorial on how to do this. Step 1. Install Python versions first. You need to have multiple versions of Python installed on your system. You need to have multiple installed. You can download the installers from the official Python website or Python.org. Downloads or use a version manager like pyenv to simplify the process. Using pyenv recommended for Linux Mac. 1. Install pyenv. You can install pyenv using the following command: bash curl pyenv, run bash. Follow the instructions to add pyenv to your shell's configuration file, e.g. bashrc, bash profile, or zshrc. Restart your shell or run bash exec shell. 3. Install Python versions. You can now install multiple versions of Python. For example, bash pyenv install 3.8, pyenv install 3.9. 7. 4. Verify installations. Bash pyenv versions. Step 2. Install virtualenv. Now you need to install virtualenv. You can install it globally using pip bash pip install virtualenv. Step 3. Create virtual environments with different Python versions. You can create virtual environments using specific Python versions. Here's how to do it using both pyenv and standard Python installations. Using pyenv to create virtual environments. 1. Set local Python version bash pyenv local 3.810. 2. Create a virtual environment bash pyenv virtualenv 3.8 10.38. 3. Activate the virtual environment bash pyenv activate pyenv38. 4. Verify Python version bash Python version should output Python 3.810. 5. Deactivate the environment bash pyenv. Deactivate using standard Python installations. If you are not using pyenv, you can specify the Python version directly when creating a virtual environment. Find the path of the Python version you want to use on Linux Mac. You can use bash, which Python 3.8 on Windows. You may need to specify the full path. You may use Create a virtual environment bash virtualenv bin Python 3.8 pyenv38 or for Windows bash virtualenv python 38 python x pyenv38. 3. Activate the virtual environment on Windows bash pyenv38 scripts activate. On Mac Linux bash source pyenv38 bin activate. 4. Verify Python version bash Python version should output Python 3.8. 5. Deactivate the environment bash deactivate. Step 4. Repeat for other versions. You can repeat the above steps to create virtual environments for other versions of Python bash pyenv virtualenv 3.97 pyenv39 pyenv activate pyenv39 or using standard installations bash virtualenv has been Python 3.9 and 39 conclusion. You now have a way to manage multiple Python versions and their dependencies using virtualenv. This setup allows you to create isolated environments for different projects, ensuring that you can work on multiple projects without worrying about version conflicts. Additional notes: you can also use pyenv, which is included in Python 3.3 and later, instead of virtualenv. The usage is quite similar. To list all your virtual environments created with pyenv, use pyenv virtualenv. Remember to activate the appropriate virtual environment before working on a project. Happy coding!